I know I speak for all of us this morning, but I woke up this morning, I went to bed last night angry, frustrated, disoriented, sitting here saying, what year is this? Are we going back to the Stone Ages? My goodness. How do I look at my daughters and tell them that they live in a country where the Supreme Court of the United States values their life? And if you think I'm being hyperbolic, that is the consequence of this decision if it goes forward. If you don't know a woman who has had an abortion, that means that you have female friends who do not feel comfortable talking to you about their life. 1 in 4 women in this country will have an abortion before they turn 45, whether from red states or blue states, every faith tradition that's out there. Before Roe was passed and signed into law, Rush University Hospital, just down the road from here, had an entire wing dedicated to sepsis. That is the Stone Ages that the Supreme Court wants to take us back to. You mentioned this right to privacy that is the bedrock of that. Our friends in the LGBT community were protected by that. The right to have contraception is protected by that right to privacy. Your right to not be forcibly sterilized by your government is baked into that right to privacy. That is what they would take us back to. Now let's be very clear. I'm going to absolutely fight, as long as I'm in Congress, to absolutely protect every woman's right to make every choice for their own bodily autonomy. It is the right thing to do. And not just because I have daughters. Because I don't want people to die. If you want to protect, if you're concerned about abortions in this country, if you want to slow that down, give people access to contraception. Period, that's it, full stop. Now, I want to leave you with a little bit of hope. We have a pro-choice majority in Congress right now, in the House. We have that pro-choice because a whole lot of people saw this coming in 2016. They mobilized, they marched for women. They made sure that we flipped the House. They made sure that I could come in and flip a seat that was Republican for 50 years. And not just any Republican, the seat once held by Henry Hyde is the seat that I hold. The man who put a budgetary rule in that already effectively killed Roe for women who don't have the means that those of us who are more fortunate do. Jan, I remember when I first got elected, I said I want to be the person given this seat to make sure that I can cast the deciding vote to end the Hyde Amendment. I'm proud to co-sponsor the Each Woman Act to do that. I'm delighted that we passed the Women's Health Protection Act, which would give every woman the right to full abortion service, but would also, more importantly, take the rights away from the Supreme Court because it's clear they don't have the responsibility to use it. Right now, we've got 48 senators who are on board with this on that. We've got 52 who think it's more important to preserve the filibuster than to preserve women's rights. And so we just need y'all to get motivated. We gotta vote, we gotta get out there, we gotta pass these laws, and we've gotta do it because we are kind and decent people. I know the majority of us are, even if we got some problems with some of our colleagues across the aisle. So thank you for being here and keep up the good fight.